Hey guys, I'm Jeff here at Whirlwind Family Farms, Central Texas, and today we're going to start off some tomato plants. And for the sake of this explanation, I'm going to start off with indeterminate tomatoes. These are tomato plants that last about, for us, up to 6 months. They grow up to 9 foot tall and they have to be trellised. But the process I'm about to show you can be applied to determinate tomatoes as well to get a good start. So this is my trusty horse trough that I use. This is where I put my organic certified compost. We don't use a potting soil. The compost I use here is the same compost I use out in my rows every single day. And I use a little starting container here that's about the size of a large cup of coffee. That's, if you had to give that a size, that's what it is. And it's pretty simple what we do. As I come into the horse trough here where I've got my compost, you can see I fill it up to the top. I tap it a couple of times to make sure that's getting, not compacted, but that compost is getting all the way down the bottom. Then I come back in, level it off, and I just give it a little pat there so we have a nice smooth top. And that's really what we do. And we'll go over here and I'm going to show you exactly how we plant these. Pretty simple procedure. All right, we're going to go ahead and start our tomato seeds here. These, just to let you know, these are called Better Boys. They're indeterminate tomatoes. And if you look at these seeds, they look exactly like what a tomato seed. If you ever cut open a tomato and you see those seeds, that's what I've got right here. So pretty simple, pretty easy. These Better Boys have had a lot of success for us here in this warmer climate here in Zone 8. I would always do the research to find out what works well best in your zone, your growing zone, your hardy zone, and that's going to depend. For us, we've tried several different species. These work the best. But to show you what I do, now that we've got these little trays here, or actually these little containers that I start them off in, and again, these are not big. You can see they're about the size of a large coffee cup, but I come in and I make a little dibble, not very deep because we don't want to plant these just below the surface, so they're going to get a chance to germinate. So I'm coming in my little finger, make just a little bit of a dibble there. I've already got one row where I've got the seeds in there, so I'm going to show you. I just take these, sprinkle them out in my hand. If I can get them to come out here. There we go. Okay, we've got our seeds. I always like to make sure I've set that out of the way so it doesn't get wet. Keep my little seed packet out of the way, but I'm going to take these and just start dropping them in. I've already got a few here. Sometimes I will multi-sow. I'm going to put a couple in just to make sure that we've got germination in each one of these little containers. And if you ever find that both of them germinated, you can always pull one out. Just gently pull it out so you don't disturb the other one. So that's what we do. I just go through, drop these in just like that. And it's pretty simple how we do it. And then we're going to come back and then cover these up and get them watered. All right, we've got our seeds in the dibble, and all I need to do now is just come back and just gently just brush some compost soil over the top of those seeds. I don't want to compact them down. I don't want them to be planted too deep because they don't need to be deep. These are little tiny seeds. They just need a little bit of covering, and they're going to need water. So I keep them good and damp until we get our germination. So that's a pretty simple thing. Okay, now we're going to water these in very gently. I've got on this little water wand here, I've got the shower setting, and I just come in as gently as possible. Just so you can see, I'm just hitting that very quick, letting that water soak in. Don't want to do this heavy. I don't want to disturb those little seeds. One more run here. And just like that, just like that. Okay, we've got a good watering there. So let me show you what we do different. And I keep the rule of thumb of keep it simple, stupid, KISS. And that's just my philosophy here on this garden because I don't have employees. It's me and my wife. And we have a lot of things we have to do. And making things another step or another thing you have to do is just one more thing that sometimes we don't have time for. So what I want to show you today is what I do differently. So the typical thinking is with tomatoes is pot up. Is start them off in a small container, and then as they grow, as they become root bound, you move them up to the next size container, and then the next, to finally you have a 2 or 3 foot tall seedling or starter that then gets transferred out. But here's what I do different. Again, a lot of people will start off in a seed tray. They'll start them off, they'll get to the finally where they're about an inch or two tall, and then they get moved over. They have to push them out, put in a little bit of dirt, and pot them up to this size container. So that's what we planted in today, as you just recall. And then after they get the right size, they'll go to a container that's about this size and take them out, transplant them into this, and wait till they get bigger. And some people will even go to a bigger container than this. That's great, that's fine, nothing against it. If that works well for you, please don't let me stop you, because I'm just going to show you what's worked for us. I'm now in my 5th year of determinate and indeterminate tomatoes, and let me tell you what I found. We used to start them off in the seed trays. We would do the potting up, a couple of levels of potting up. Now I start them in here and I leave them in here until the day I transfer them out. And I will tell you, I have about a 95 to 98% success rate. They end up being probably about 6 or 7, 8 inches tall. They become root bound in here where the roots are wrapped and tight, and it's time to transfer them out. And that's what we do. These little containers are easy. When I go out to the beds, I'll put my fingers around the plant like this, turn it upside down, tap it a couple of times, ease that plant out. I've already got my hole pre-dug. I'll take my little starter spade there, dig that hole out, set it down, set it in, and it has been planted. And of course, you always want to have the proper spacing. Indeterminate tomatoes, I put them about at least 25, 30 inches apart because they do need their room. And that's what we do. We do not pot up. We start them in this container, leave them in this container, and what that does is that takes about 3 steps out of the process, takes some of the labor out of it. And again, if you're one of those that likes the potting up process, you feel like you've had better success with it, don't change. For us, I'm just telling you, for those of you that want to simplify this process, you have a small backyard garden, you're going to have determinate tomatoes. And determinate tomatoes are plants, tomato plants that's your standard size. They get to about 3 foot tall. They'll make fruit for about 6 to 8 weeks, and that's a determinate. Indeterminate's going to need a trellising system. If it's outdoors, it's a place where you don't get a lot of wind or maybe threat of hail, you can make a structure that looks like a clothesline, the best way to describe it. It needs to be a little bit taller, and then you can trellis up onto that. We use the high tunnel system. We have cables that run in here, and I'll run down a nylon line and start clipping it on. And sometimes I spiral that line around it, and they'll go all the way. These indeterminates will go up 9, 10 foot tall. So there you go. That's what we do. Again, it kind of goes against the conventional thinking of potting up with tomato plants. We just don't do it. So guys, I hope that helps. That's what we do. I'll keep you, as the season goes along, I'll keep you updated on how these little plants, these little tomato plants are doing. And when they finally get transplanted out, we'll show you that process. I'll go through the process of how I come in and trellis these, which is also, I keep it as simple as possible. So guys, thanks for finding our channel. If you've got good information out of this and this is something that's brought you value, we hope that you will like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification, because each week we like to bring you one of our tips and thoughts and things that we do. Hey guys, thanks. We have another video over here you can check out, take you further along in our gardening process. Blessings over you, your family, and your garden. Talk to you soon from Whirlwind Family Farm.